Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm here to show you how to make this great little box, birthday box, using the gift box punch board and some of the new papers and products from Stampin' Up. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and use the gift box punch board, as I said, and this is a great little tool. It makes lots of different sizes of boxes. These are all the measurements down here. Your scoring blade is tucked under here, and then you have this other little arm that needs to come out because that's going to help us make sure we get all of our scores right. So to begin with, I'm coming in with a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock, and I've cut this to 8 by 8 square. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Maybe. There we go. So those are all the different box sizes that you can make. This side over here is the metric side. And so we are going to do a box that is 8 by 8, or using an 8 by 8 piece of cardstock. So our start line will be on the L. This is the start line. And the diagonal line will be on the S. And I'm going to show you how that works. So go ahead and zoom out a little bit. So what we're going to do to begin with is, I said the start line was on L. So we're going to line up our cardstock to the L. You can see it right there. And then you're going to take your scoring tool and you're going to score across that way and down this way. And that's your first score line. And then you're going to punch. And then you're going to come over to the S, which is your diagonal line, and score it that way. And it actually will just come to that line. That's just how it works. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. And then once you've got that all scored, you're actually going to flip your cardstock over, and you're going to come back here and put it up on the L again, and just punch on each side. And that's how you get all your score lines and your punches for your gift box. And then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to come in here on the other side of the punch, and you can see where you lined it up so that they're butted up against both sides, and press down, and that's how you get your slot. That makes the closure for the box. And one of the things that I've found is, if you get too many of these little pieces of paper piled up under here, it starts to punch really difficult. So just make sure that you clean that out once in a while so they're not in your way. So what you're going to do then is you're going to come in, and I'm just going to use the scoring tool from the box maker and score on my lines on all 4 sides here. And give it a good crease. And the nice thing about this is that you can use cardstock, you can use designer series paper. Even the designer series paper, the box is fairly, it has some firmness to it, just because your papers are kind of folded up to each other. So but this time we're using cardstock. So once you've done that, you've got those all folded, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to fold in your corners. And how I do it is I just lay it down and hold this end and then push it back. And it's all scored, so it goes fairly easy. And that's how quickly you make your box. Now, once you've got your box done, you can leave those sides open like this, or you can actually tape them down on one side, or even put some tape in the middle there if you want. I'm not going to with this box, because I kind of like it when it springs open, and we're going to have it, make sure it's shut. So all you need to do, slide that in that way, and then bring these 2 up this way, and these are going to slide into each other too. And it's a little tighter, so just remember that when you're working with your box. And oh gosh, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's how you make your box. That's what puts it all together. Pretty simple. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come in, and what I did is I used a piece of our 12 by 12 designer series paper called Birthday Bash, and I'm just cutting 1-inch strip. But this is actually the Birthday Bash paper, and it's just so you can quickly see the different designs. You get all these different designs. Now these 2 here are one-sided, and they have a gold, oh there you go, a gold shimmer, so you can actually see how they shimmer. And then the rest of these are double-sided. So what I did is I cut a little sample, so this one is one side and this is the other side. So those are great. You get 2 sheets of each 12 by 12. And I just cut one strip 1 inch by 12 inches, and I'm going to take my box and come in here. I actually just laid that on the top there and then bent it down at my corners, and then flipped it over and bent it down and bent it down. And so I'm just making a quick belly band for my box because I just want it to slip off. Once I have that all folded, I know exactly how it goes on. So I'm just going to add some adhesive and then attach it to my box. And I don't want it to, I don't want to do it too tight because I want this to be able to slide right off and then people can re-gift the box. So there's the first part of the box. The second thing that I did is I came in with some scrap paper and I'm using the stamp set, sorry about that, Balloon Bash. This is a fun stamp set, and these stamps don't look like they're very big, but let me show you how big they really are. When you open them up, you can actually see the sizes of the actual stamp. So this is the I made this for you stamp, and they're photopolymer, so it's hard to see through, but you can see how big it is as opposed to the front cover, which only shows it this big, but it's, oh wait, it's this one. So it's this size, but this is the actual size of the stamp. So they're very large, and some of the stamps in the Occasions mini catalog are not shown. They're shown at 50%, and so you want to keep tabs on that. One of the things I do with my photopolymer stamps is I actually tuck the image sheet, that's this piece of acetate with the images on it. I slide that down inside my case with a little bit of adhesive, and then I just attach my photopolymers right onto the storage box, and I do keep that over the top. But that's just a fast, easy way for me to use these stamps. Okay, so I'm going to begin with the balloon. Hello. And I'm just going to show you quickly how I ink up my stamps. Now, when I'm using my photopolymer stamps, a lot of the times I will use my paper piercing mat, and it's just because it gives me, there's no cushion on these like our regular stamps. And so this gives it a little bit of cushion and makes it easy to stamp down. And you can actually see it as it stamps. The other thing I like, oops, I'm on a focus here. Okay, the other thing I like is that you can see exactly where you're stamping. So very quick and easy way, give you a little bit of cushion is with that paper piercing mat. Now to save on time, I actually stamped these 2 balloons beforehand, and I actually fussy cut them out. And I'm not going to do that for you because I don't think you want to sit here watching me fussy cut. But I will show you on my images. When I fussy cut, I do leave a little white around the edge, and I kind of like that look. Just kind of gives it a finished look. And if you don't like that look, leave a little white, but then take a marker of the same color and just color around the edges, and that will fade away. So there's the 2 balloons that I need, and I need a 2-inch circle, and so I've got a scrap here of Bermuda Bay, which is the same color that I used on the balloons, and my 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to punch a circle. What I did is I took some dimensionals, and I'm going to just go ahead and put one in the middle of my 2-inch circle, and I'm just adding that right onto that belly band because I want to make sure that this whole piece comes off together when we open up the box. And then I went in and I added a couple of balloons. So I will put a dimensional on that one and add it onto my box. And then this one, I'm just going to add with snail. I didn't really want it to be dimensionalized, so I'm just going to do that. Add it to the top of my box. It's coming together. I kind of like it. And then the last thing that I did is I brought in my Bow Builder punch. This is a new Bow Builder punch by Stampin' Up! In the Occasions mini catalog. And I'm just going to go ahead and punch. You need to use a strip of paper that's so that you can punch 2 to make a complete bow. And so you have all your little pieces here, and what you're going to do is you're going to take a bone folder, and I just take it and I get started on the curl. So I'm just going to pull it so that it curls in a little bit on these 2 pieces. And that just gives me a start to my bow, makes it easy to put it together. And then I'm going to come in with glue dots, and I'll add a little glue dot to that and pinch those closed there. And I'll do the same with this. I actually use glue dots to put all my bows together like this because they're fast and I know they're going to stay together. And then once I've done that, I can go ahead and put a glue dot on that and put my 2 loops together. And then I'm going to go ahead on the tails and add a glue dot to that. And one on here. But you can see how quick this little bow goes together. Like that. And then this little strip that you punched out is actually going to wrap around the whole thing. So I'm going to put a glue dot on there. And then what I'm going to do is just wrap this around. That whole middle piece. And that's how you make your bow. And they're really cute. And then add another glue dot. And that's going to get placed right onto my box, kind of tying my balloons together. So then the last thing that I did is I actually did come in with just a piece of this stamp here. This one, kind of hard to see. I guess I'll have to stamp it to show you what I did. Again with the Bermuda Bay. This time I'm just inking up the happy birthday section of that stamp. And I actually just came in with a pair of scissors. And I'm just going to cut this into a little tag. And I'm just going to hand cut it. And then to make my little tail, I'm going to go like that. And then pull those out. And there you have a happy birthday tag. And I can actually just use my fingers to give that a little bit of a curve to it. Add another glue dot and then come in and slide that up onto my present. And it just makes it so cute and it's so quick. That's what I love about it. And then on this one, you can see where I added the stars. They actually came from our in color sequins. I just added a couple stars to give it just a little bit more bling. It doesn't really need it, but it's just a really fun way to put together a gift in a very short amount of time. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you haven't already done so, you may want to visit my website where I will list all the supplies to do this, to make this, and how to get them. And you can also sign up for my newsletter. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you.